to Honorable Bill Tweddle, Ambassador, Government of Australia, Executive Director of PNPSEA, Director Solito De Vera, the Country Manager, Sir Jonas, Australian volunteers, academe, other stakeholders. Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for this opportunity, giving Camarines Sur the extra large division in the entire Philippines, one of the extra large division in the entire Philippines, to present DepEd alternative learning system programs and projects, and with partnership with our Australian volunteer program. So, alternative learning system is a parallel learning system that provides a viable alternative to the existing formal education instruction. It encompasses both the non-formal and informal sources of knowledge and skills. During our meetings or in every conferences, we really emphasize that alternative learning system is the other side of the basic education. No? Kasi yung nasa parang piso, ang front ng tao ay basic education formal. Yung agila ay alternative learning system, which caters 15 years old or 10 years old and above for undergraduate elementary, and 15 years old and above for undergraduate secondary. And we have this program. We have our basic literacy program for illiterate members of the community. We have here the accreditation and equivalency program for undergraduate elementary and undergraduate secondary, and they will be prepared for 8 to 10 months. And if they took the examination and passed the examination, they will receive diploma signed by the DepEd Secretary. Indigenous Peoples Education. This is one of the programs of the alternative learning system catering indigenous people. And in Camarines Sur, we are trying to deal with indigenous people community, integrating the indigenous knowledge, skills, and practices into curriculum, or looking at the members of the community who weren't able to avail formal education, and this is the program for them. We have informal education for those high school graduate, college graduate who were not able to find work, find job, and they are bystanders. We are organizing them and give them specific skills like driving, cosmetology, bread making, and many more, just for them to become productive. We have also other supports programs. We have here ALS, Alternative Learning System for persons with disability. We catered blinds, and there are passers in Camarines Sur. They took examination using Braille, and we are catering that. And we even included disabled person like in wheelchair. They can also join encampment. They can also avail our programs to become part of an out of school youth group who are making them productive while they are in learning center. Family Basic Literacy Program is also a program for a family who can avail formal education from mother, father, and their kids, illiterates. So we just send one of our instructional managers or literacy worker to conduct classes in their home. Their home serves as the community learning center at their own. Halimbawa, kung ano bang oras gusto, 5 o'clock and beyond, we can do that in their home. Literacy behind bars. We are catering prisoners. We are giving them the opportunity to avail our program even in the prison, sa prison. They are prisons. We are giving them the opportunity to attend classes. And for several years, we produced mga 73 passers na of inmates in the different levels. Another one is the literacy in the rehabilitation centers. In Camarines Sur, we have one drug rehabilitation center sa Pamukid, San Fernando. And this is when I became a public school supervisor taking care of the ALS program, we included this center to have classes, alternative learning system classes. So we are successful because there are passers from the rehabilitation centers. Kumustahan, this is one of the most important support program for us to see the effectiveness and the success, or what are the positive and negative aspects of the program for us to improve or for us to maintain the programs implemented. We have also mobile library program. Mobile library because this is a tricycle with modules transferring from one barangay to other barangays for the access of this out of school youth and even the children of these clienteles to avail this literacy materials in preparation for the accreditation and equivalency examination. Abot Alam program, this is a very new program, started last May, and a very big challenge for us because the DepEd kailangan daw mayroong 2 million out of school youth na ma-serve. DepEd pa lang po yun. So, Camarines Sur had their commitment na 12,000 Abot Alam learners ages 15 to 30. And as of November 25th to 2014, we were able to map 15,483. And we have 9,533 learners who want to avail alternative learning system because may mga options. One is an alternative delivery mode. An out-of-school youth who would like to avail formal schools, but this is ADM ang process. Learners who would like to engage in entrepreneur, and OSY who would like to be employed. We have identified out-of-school youth and adults who would like to avail this program. And in Camarines Sur, we serve OSY in adults from 2012 for 3 years muna na, 6,189. In 2013, 5,516. And in 2014, we have 6,720 and an average of 6,000 within 3 years. Creation and institutionalization of the Barangay Literacy Worker Program in 1,000 barangays of Camarines Sur is the main focus of DepEd Camarines Sur in Australian volunteer. So we really thank ABID program because ABID program or volunteers from Australian government started the concept of the barangay literacy worker. We will discuss it siguro sa next slide natin. So, to give you the profile, the status kung how many personnel in Camarines Sur, sa main office, ako yun, one supervisor, and I have my one support staff. ALS field implementers, we have 38 district coordinators. We have 40 mobile teachers, 20 literacy volunteers, and 73 abot alam instructional managers. When we talk about instructional managers, these are the volunteers funded by the national government. AGAP volunteers funded by the national government. But if you will notice, we were not included there, the barangay literacy worker, because it's a separate that any volunteers funded by the barangay or by the municipality or by the province, we call them barangay literacy worker. 73 red siya because it's new. We started last year October, so kaya bago silang kasama namin. Camarines Sur profile with 35 towns, with 38 districts sa DepEd, and we have 5 congressional districts. Okay. Camarines Sur in Australian Volunteers Engagement, we started Melanie K. Cutler. She was assigned in Tigawon, and sila po yung nagsimula, established barangay literacy worker in every barangay of Tigawon. Pioneer yan sa Camarines Sur. You know? And she really conducted capacity building on how this barangay literacy worker work with the youth, and also to capacitate the barangay literacy worker on how to mobilize other target clients in the community. Followed after Melanie K. Cutler, we have Marley Battenberg, assigned also in Tigawon. She continued capacity building because some of the barangay literacy worker was already a permanent teacher. No, that's why there's a new group of barangay literacy worker, and she focused on the monitoring and evaluation of the barangay literacy worker, especially after conducting training. Wow. And she introduced mentoring program of this barangay literacy worker by the schools, especially of the teachers within the barangay. So, meron siyang support system from the schools para makita who among the learners need ELS program, then, and what are the needs for the needs of the barangay BLW when it comes to teaching. No? She introduced also develop additional modules customized doon sa kanilang grupo, especially of composition writing. You know? We have also Earl Dacanay. He is an avid volunteer, Filipino-Australian. He is a retired employee of Australia, and I am very, very happy with working with him. Hindi kami nahirapan magsalita kasi Tagalog siya, kasi parang tatay ko na rin siya. Kaya I call him Kuya Earl. Avid volunteer in ALS Camarines Sur. She started, we started the work formulation on the institutionalization of the barangay literacy worker, because the program is very good. There is because in the implementation of the barangay literacy worker, before of hiring this one, they are making an ordinance allocating funds for this barangay literacy worker and be included in the budget, the barangay budget, municipal budget for the succeeding years. So, yun ang pinakamagandang nangyari. No? So, Kuya Earl also, focused on the data analysis of Camarines Sur. She compared, data from 3 years, from 2011, 12, 13, and he presented to us, and we really, what's the trend? Increasing, especially on the access and the name of passers and the failed number of OSY who took the examination. And we also conducted with partner namin ni Kuya Earl, capacity building of district coordinators, mobile teachers, and ADAP volunteers. So, because one of the problem there is the ICT, because we are trying to implement the paperless office, submitting soft copies para walang papel. No? So, capacitating them to training, yun po ang nangyari. So, Camarines Sur and also, we have Tanya Groba assigned in Calabanga. He successfully had this one, Ordinance of the Barangay Literacy Worker na funded by the local government unit. And module simplification, capacity building for the Barangay Literacy Worker. And ito si Tanya. She really, her heart is nearer to these people, the persons with disability, and the guest relation officers, because she walked from her house, talagang papunta na siya doon sa sentro, dinadaanan niya yung mga GROs. Yun ang kinanda kanya ng klase. So, Michael Shatselski is our volunteer in Pili. He invested sa module writing, IC training for ALS implementers, and research. Me and Michael Shatselski presented our research in the International Research Conference sa Legazpi City last August about the competency profile of the learners who took the examination in 2013. Okay, so avid contribution. So with their presence, tremendously number of passers increased because we started from 673, following year 865, 923 the following year. So, kasama sila doon. Ha? Hindi kami nag-iisa doon, kasama sila doon. And now, we are targeting more than 1,000. Increase the number of OSY and adults enrolled in ALS. Definitely because we have foreign, sabi na, we have foreign objects. So, they are interested to join this class because they have the brothers and sisters coming from other countries. So, enhance teaching competencies of ALS implementers because of the capacity building. And increase the number of municipalities with a barangay literacy worker. Even this time, wala na kaming volunteers, but still, other municipalities are trying to implement those initiative na makuha namin ang lahat ng munisipyo na magkaroon ng ganoong program na barangay literacy worker. Research help the ALS implementers analyze their test results and provide particular interventions to the learners. Enhance the management and the monitoring and evaluation of the program. Activation of the Literacy Coordinating Council because pag wala kasing tumitingin, parang hindi, with their presence, they are very, very talagang industrious, assertive. Why is it that Literacy Coordinating Council not organized? So, they go to the municipal mayor and ask to organize this literacy. This is because this is the policy making body when it comes to the implementation. Okay. Here, sabi na, with an extra large division in DepEd, Australian volunteers contributed a lot in the EFA Goals 2015. Reaching the unreached learners of the community. So, at this point, this is a request, no? That because we have here other other groups, other stakeholders. If you want to invest in education sector, choose alternative learning system. Because your investment will be fruitful. Together, we will transform bystanders or tambay to a productive citizens of the community. Because our logo is no one OSY will be left behind or walang ni isang kabataan ang maiiwan. Thank you and goodbye.